The new update is coming out, update 1.0.20, and this is insane, guys. It's gonna have some really crazy changes, and in this video we're gonna talk about, I'm gonna share my opinion and gonna go through the entire update. Don't mind my hair, it's shit, and let's jump into the video. Welcome back to another video for me. Beast my name, and after a whole month without a video, and I saw last time the mail, but then it got took back because there was some misunderstandings, like the dev said. We have it now back. We have brought out the mail here once again, so let's go through it and let's jump into it. So the update will be released on November 15, so it's gonna be actually pretty soon. I'm very hyped for that. Season 2 Plus Hearts of Ice is coming. After completing Season 2, players will begin a whole new season filled with new surprises and challenges. The terrain of Beleriand has changed, making exploring the land an even more exciting experience. Mysterious spires have appeared across the map. Spire are powerful ancient defensive structures scattered across the realm, which can help occupiers to launch devastating attacks against enemies in their territory. Sounds really interesting. Man, you can now build turrets. Turrets will automatically attack enemies within range. So it's basically probably kind of like a keep, based on what I have heard, but without the troops in the keep. It's gonna be actually pretty interesting and gonna make the high and low ground and pushing and defending actually really more interesting. And I'm also really interested to see then how it's gonna be like with turrets and keeps on the same spot. Basically, it just gives us more option to have fun in the war, to make better strategies and stuff like that. And the part of the automatically attack, I hope the range is not too big because it's probably gonna be too powerful then. But making it like an defensive structure without looking on it all the time, like on a keep, would be pretty cool, actually, to be honest. And the policy system has been carefully redesigned to provide greater strategy depth. So as we all know, the policy system right now is kinda, over time the same. You go the important stuff such increasing the march side or such as getting the elixir production, right? So you new change there on the policy system would be actually pretty cool and gonna bring also some new strategies and maybe also some new experience for everyone into the game. Second point is move a route to prosperity. We have two new legendary heroes. I know that many of us have thought about mages coming out in season 2, but with season 2 plus we have still basically season 2, right? Same with like season 1 and season 1 plus. So I think the next heroes which gonna bring out in season 2 plus gonna be mages. Because think about that, guys. We got first of all archers, then we got the counter to the archers, the calves. Then we're getting now the counter to the calves, which are infantry. So I believe that the next two, based on this rotation, should be the mages because they are the natural counter of the infantry. We have Skogul, he's gonna be infantry, PvP, and tank, and Gorish, infantry, rally, and precision. Skogul can be recruited from the Lucky Spin and Wheel of Destiny event, while Gorish can be recruited from the Wheel of Destiny and Strongest Lord event. Sounds good. Be awesome. Also, that both of them can be over Wheel of Destiny. That's pretty good. That gives us the option that we can get both, right? Lucky Spin is the normal wheel which you get every 2 weeks. Strongest Lord event is the other event which you have also every 2 weeks. And Wheel of Destiny, if you remember, is the other wheel which appears at the beginning of the season. We have 4 different legendary commanders on it. So pretty cool that they are there on that. New legendary artifact. The new legendary artifact Spirit Bone Torque Infantry PvP Control is now available from artifact companions in the Forge of Light event and Witches of the Falls event. Alright, pretty cool. New beast. We're gonna get Nightwalk, a new pet. Wondering how it's gonna be look like and for which troop type gonna be. Then we have new Wonder. Pretty good to understand some more about the story, I guess. Now we have a really interesting improvement, Dragon Tray improvement. As we all know, they have resetted the Dragon Tray, and it was also really hard the last levels, last 15, 20 levels to beat them, right? Because the increase of the difficulty was very high. And so they have reduced the difficulty of the Dragon Stages 61 to 80 in Season 1, which is already a W for everyone in Season 1. The currency used to buy items in the trade store has been renamed from Dragon Glass to trade coins. Okay. Makes it pretty more clear about that, to be honest. Adjusted hero XP gained from completing Dragon Trail stages in Season 1 and changed the number of trail coins obtained from certain stages. No change to overall rewards. The next point is Dragon Trail no longer grants prestige. However, you can gain prestige by defeating Darklings and Dark Creatures, donating Alliance tag, and by purchasing it from the Merit Store. The quick loot feature has also been removed from the Dragon Trail. So, what does that mean, guys? If some of you maybe know Rise of Kingdoms, the game, I show you right now how this over there in Rise of Kingdoms. Here we are in Rise of Kingdoms, guys. So as you can see, we have here 80 levels, which you clear, same like in Call of Dragons, and when they are there. They are not getting reset or anything. The difference here is that you're just getting these coins here, and when you have your store, which you get the stuff for. You have like no XP, no prestige to be paid to win or something. Sure, you can get here some heads, but to be honest, the drop rate from legendary heads or like good stuff is like not really worth the gems. So you don't really do that. You're just doing the daily stuff, getting these legendary heads for the silver coin from the Alliance, and that was it. And then you have like basically 1 time per day you claim, you're getting 1 time per day what you get from it, and that was it. So it's gonna, the change here in Call of Dragons is actually going into this way to reduce the pay to win from the policy aspect, because whales and high spenders, mid spenders could have just been able to rush way faster high into the Dragon Trail, get way more prestige, getting with a quick loot pretty easy a lot of prestige, and so they could have way up this policy, because if you have enough prestige, you could just gem it, and then you are way ahead of everyone else. And that was an unfair disadvantage for everyone who was not able to do that. So I find that a really, really good change, to be honest, and that they make it more PvP friendly for everyone, and also more free to play and low spender friendly, and making it basically just like a side event where you get some nice extra stuff, but that this not gonna be a huge change in a war situation, especially in the early of a season. Is that a huge advantage if you can push the Dragon Trail pretty high? You could bump up your March side really high. You could pump up your elixir production pretty high, and that was just unfair for everyone who was not able to do that. So I find that really, really, really good, and that you are also able to get it over defeating Darklings and Dark Creatures, donating Alliance tech. That makes it more active to do the CP stuff, to not let the CP be full, to donate actively to the Alliance. So if you want to get these prestige, you need to be more online. You need to invest a little bit more time instead of just like logging in 1 time, claiming what you got over time from the Dragon Trail. No, instead you need to farm it now for actively. So I find it a pretty good way to have changed that, and I like that. Warpad gameplay improvements. Change the amount of XP needed to level up your Warpad from level 53 to level 60, making the process easier. Alright, sounds good. Improve Warpad description. Descriptions will now show numerical values for skills after factoring in attributes and buffs from other skills. Added a new feature to quickly unlock Warpad skill slots. Tap a lock skill slot and spend skill cards with lower star ratings to quickly and conventionally unlock the slot. Sounds all good. Next one. Change the Augustone route for strongest Warpad. When the stage ends, your chances of finding higher rarity Warpads will increase. Get ready to beef up your pet collection. Note, Warped skill cards will now be temporarily stored in the maze system for 7 days, previously 1 day. Please remember to claim your skill cards in good time. Alright, I like these Warped changes, sounding good, especially that the leveling up, it's gonna be easier now. It was actually pretty hard to get these higher level, and also that you are able, once the Augustone Strongest Warped have finished, that you are able to get more where paths is really good and gonna boost your account. PvE improvements, and that is probably the biggest change and the most W for everyone. Listen, guys, listen. It is so insane. After reaching level 50, heroes will now obtain XP for defeating Darklings and Dark Creatures, allowing you to level up your heroes more quickly. Thanks God they have listened to a community. Thanks God. Thanks to the Core of Dragons team to have changed that back. As you all know, they have changed it from this system to that once you have hit level 50, you can only obtain the XP to level up to level 60 via PvP. So what does that mean? I was needed to fight others to get my talent tree done. And now you can imagine a whale gets the last 10 levels obviously way faster. So he gonna have an advantage over others for just being stronger and paying more. Same with the Dragon Trail, like I told you. So this change gonna improve the overall gaming experience from everyone, because when you can make your talent tree correct and like you want to have, without being forced to fight, you know, it was a nice mechanic. I don't deny that you should not be able to get experience from the PvP, but that you only could get it from PvP was not a good change. So I would not deny if they would let like that you can get, once you have hit level 50, experience from PvP and now also from the Darklings and Dark Creatures. That would be really good. You know, so do you have both? So everyone is happy, right? Rewards for defeating Darklings and Dark Creatures are now the same. That's awesome. When multiple players work together to defeat Darklings and Dark Creatures, all players will receive the full amount of XP. XP will no longer be shared according to the amount of damage dealt. That is so good, guys. That is so good. How many times did I was needed to go to another Darkling, to another level 25 Darkling, because someone have walked towards that one and have defeated that one? Because we all knew, okay, we cannot attack together Darklings because we're not sharing the full amount of XP. That means that we're wasting CP. But with that change, it's gonna be gone. Finally. That means you can walk around, especially low spender and free-to-play players who are weaker. They can now work together and defeating the higher level Darklings to get the rewards and the XP. So they don't need to be forced to kill the lower Darklings and aren't able to increase their level faster than spenders would do. So we have already 3 big changes which gonna increase the gaming experience for free-to-play and low spender very, very high, and I really like to see that. I really like to see that when the developers not only think about the spenders, but about the whole community, what they're wishing for, and to improve the gaming experience, especially for the biggest part of the game, free-to-play low spenders, because not everyone is a whale, right? Most of the players are free-to-play and low spender, and they need stuff like that to still have the feeling they are getting rewarded for the time they're putting into the game. So I'm very happy about these changes. Other improvements. Significantly reduce experience requirements to level up heroes in Season 1. That's really good. Reduce the difficulty of defeating Darklings, Dark Creatures, Beasts, and Treasure Guards at certain levels during Season 1. Change the hero XP rewards for the Iliana Crisis event in Season 1. Season stories now grant large amount of prestige as a reward. Adjusted the cost of policies during Season 1, overall cost had not changed, and reduced the time requirement for enacting certain policies. That's also really good. Some of the policies was having a really long time to finish, and overall these Season 1 changes sounding really good. I'm gonna see them pretty soon because as some of you have know or saw or heard or whatever, but I'm doing right now my second project, and which is starting in December. You're gonna find a link down below in the comment section and also in the video description. And there's also gonna be a separated video where I'm gonna explain the whole project, showing you the Discord and stuff like that. So I can tell you then how these changes gonna be in season 1 and if they are good or not. So yeah. The third point, an even richer combat experience. That is probably, wait, we have so many good updates. There's so much good stuff in here, guys. Well-lead army improvements. Improved UI visibility and confidence. When a legion launches a normal attack against your well-lead army, it will launch a counter-attack, but will not attack any surrounding legions. If a legion ceases its attack or is defeated, your well-lead army will also cease it, attack, and continue marching to its destination. God bless. Holy shit. Okay, listen. That change that the rally was attacking was actually, in the first place, pretty funny and pretty interesting. But it got so fast hated. Because, like Shisco have explained in his video some days ago, one player should not be able to screw a whole fucking team over. What does that mean? Basically, if a rally was marching towards you, let's say about a mage rally, right? And you're standing there and you're letting the rally wanna pass through it, but someone is AFK and someone is jumping out of a rally and attacking this AFK player, while the others move to the side and wanting to let the rally pass. So the rally stop, getting attacked, and you know, in the first moment, it's not directly visible that this happens, right? Sometimes you cannot like react every time that fast. It's not possible, especially in an open field situation where you constantly fight against each other, and when the rallies then getting zended. And imagine then you're attacking a mage rally, and then in that open field situation, you're getting attacked by the rally. It was a whole negative experience for everyone. Really, that should not be the case. So it's really good to see that the player who's getting attacked, or who is attacking the rally, getting now alone screwed over and not fucking over the whole team. You know, sorry for these harsh words, but I mean, it was really a negative experience. It was interesting and fun in the first moment, in my opinion, but it pretty turned fast around and showed that this is not a good change and they need to took it back. And so it's really good they have make that, and that rallies now you can use them, but you're not getting, you know, you're not gonna kill the entire team when someone is attacking a rally, you know. So that is really, really good. Stronger changes. In order to provide a more tactical combat experience, Alliance keeps are no longer counted as strongholds. Okay? Combat improvements. After casting the artifact skills for Oath of Stormpeak, Wolf, Roman of Halia, and Storm Arrows, your Legion will carry on its previous action. You no longer have to reissue previous commands. That's good. If your Legion is stunned or airborne while fighting Dark Rangers and Behemoths, it will carry on its previous attacks. When the effect ends, you no longer have to reissue previous commands. Sometimes you was needed to reattack, or and let's say you was standing, you know, defeating Darkling or something, and then you got knocked up, and you know your Legion was standing there and doing nothing. So whatever, it's a nice change, you know, that they going back to the action which they did, and so you don't need to care that much about that. And yeah, a more stable map. Terrain improvements. Improve low-lying areas in sandstone cliffs. Your Legion will no longer accidentally enter low-lying areas where dark chests are stored and come under attack from treasure guards. Sounds good? Season 2. Truth Zone. That's an interesting change. A Truth Zone where all combat is forbidden has been added to the Season 2 map. If you do not wish to fight other players, you can leave Bellerin and move to the Truth Zone to continue playing. Hey, Farmers, that's something for you, man. Let's go. So, is anyone gonna cry now about fucking fighting on the map? Go into that truth zone and have your farming life. Hey, you let me play like I want, I let you play like you want. But don't fucking cry that we're gonna fighting in a zone 5 or something. Go into that truth zone, enjoy your life as a farmer in a war game. I don't know why you're playing it then, but hey, that's your life. That's your life. If you wanna play like this, then go into that truth zone. But don't cry to me when I wanna fight in a zone 5 or in a zone 4. You know? Be happy with these changes that you can farm there, and we are all happy. Changes to trolls and bees. Trolls will only appear as treasure guards and behemoth acolytes. Reduce the respawn rate of trolls on the map and significantly increase the respawn rate for beasts to allow players to more easily catch their desired war pets. That's really good, because I have right now the feeling that we have way too many beasts on the map, way too less pets on the map, and that is pretty hard to catch who you want. Sometimes I need to walk 10 minutes for a pet I want to catch and where I want to have a talent tree from, with the talent, right? So this change gonna be pretty good, that you can catch easier the pet which you want, and maybe also then, not wasting time on marching so long to get the pet which you want. Search feature improvements. Remove the ability to search for dark creatures in order to improve the efficiency of the search feature. Okay? Added the ability to filter while searching for treasure guards. You can now search for treasure guards according to the rarity of their chest, allowing you to more easily obtain the chest you desire. That's pretty cool. Before we was having the search feature, you can search for the treasure guard, but now with the catch that you can choose which level of treasure guards you want to have. If you want to have it superior, blue, I don't know the name, blue, and the green one, it have different difficulties. So you can choose it now which you want to search for. It's a good change. Exciting seasonal content. Man, I'm in the half and I'm already 23 minutes in the video. What the fuck? Season 2 reset adjustments. When the new season begins, if your hero is under level 30, their level will not change. If they are above level 30, they will be reset to level 30. Big W, thank you. I'm happy. Artifact levels will not be reset, and arcane dust will not be scrapped. Yes, let's go, guys. Oh my god, it was such a pain to re-level everything every season up. It is so good for the gaming experience that they have changed it. I don't mind that my level is getting reset to level 30. That gives me something to do at the begin. But why do I need also to level up, first of all, from level 1 to 60? And then also the artifacts from level 1 to 60. It was such a pain to level up all of this stuff at the same time and making your march again such as strong as at the end of a season. Sometimes, like I was the entire season, not like half of a season, I was not finished with one of my heroes or one of my artifacts because I was needed to spend CP on that and then on that and then on that. I was not able to finish something, So it's really good that these changes have now come into the game and making it better, in my opinion, the gaming experience for everyone, and, less painful to level this stuff up. Rank Trail Challenge difficulty will no longer be reset. More stages will be unlocked as the season progresses. That's also really good. Because, as we all have known, that the rank trail was reset also every season. I think I have said it earlier. And that they're adding now just more stages makes it really, really good and just less painful for us. Basically, like I showed you in Rise of Kingdoms, you have just your 80 levels, you have your daily rewards from it, and it's not getting resetted, and you just claim it and getting some extra nice stuff on it. But which not gonna change the entire gaming account from you, the entire character, right? It's just a nice extra. Higher level enemies. After Season 2 begins, higher level Darklings, Dark Creatures, Darkling Forts will appear on the map, providing you with a greater challenge and greater rewards. Nice. Why not? Why not? Like, why not? That's good. You know, that's what we want. More higher Darklings, which gives us also more rewards. Other improvements. Season 2 policy system adjustment. Resource production buff policies have been removed and policies that reduce the cost of healing have been added. Holy shit. It makes no sense to go for it. So that means that the whales or everyone who have maxed their account and only need to train troops can go for resource production for the resource healing, because now we have in the policies the resource reduction and not the increasing. You know, that's so good. That's so good. And if it just gives us now more option, because before it was not possible. It was like so painful to go for it. You know, it was really really painful to go for it. So now you have the option to either say, okay, I want to put everything into elixir production and get maybe 500, 600, 700k per day, but I need to be logging in every 6-7 hours to claim them. Or I think about increasing the resource, reducing the resource cost, and can instantly X amount of troops here with lower prices and still have the elixir production per day, but just less. That's really good. That just gives us, again, more option, which I like, you know? Which I like. If I have more option about stuff, I'm happy, you know? If I have different ways and they're all nice and gives me some good, you know, which I want, and that they're giving me, but it also feels worth to go for it, I'm happy. And I think many agreeing on that. Affiliate region pre-selection. Alliance leaders may select their Alliance members' affiliate region in advance at the end of a season. Alliances who have selected their affiliate region in advance will not be disbanded when the new season begins. Players who are not members of an alliance may select their own affiliate region. Holy shit, guys. This is also so good. This is so good, guys. I'm telling you, this is so good. That Alliance is not getting disbanded and that they're just following the Alliance leader. It is so good. It is really, really so good. And makes it so less painful for Alliance leaders and officers to manage the entire Alliance from the beginning again because of Alliance getting disbanded. It is so good. I don't know yet, like, how it's gonna be, like, since you're gonna lose all your territory, right, from the previous season. So I don't know how they're gonna do it with the Alliance spots. Right now in the Alliance I'm in, I have set 175 spots or something. And many of them is because of territory, right? So will it's like just say, okay, next season we have then basically, let's say, 175 people in the Alliance, but only 40 spots. And does that mean that if someone leave, he cannot rejoin until we have another spot? So until we have again hit 175 spots. That is something which I would like to know now. Because yeah, that is not standing there. But I guess we're gonna see it soon, right? Resurgent feature adjustment. The resurgence feature can only be used for the first 7 days of Season 2. During the season, you will not be able to join alliances in other affiliate regions until the final Augustone stage has finished at the end of the season. Guys, you know what that means? That traitors not getting rewarded. Bro, this update is literally the best update in the entire core playing time since the global migration. It is so good. Traders getting punished by that because if they're not leaving in the first 7 days, they need to stay. You know? Farmers having their own farming zone, so they don't need to cry over getting less reward because they need to teleport into a other zone because there's fighting in the other zone, and so they cannot get the higher rewards. We have the changes of a levels system. We have more better PvE stuff, and we have better experience for low spender and free-to-play players. So for the majority of the player base, we have better gaming experience. Now, like, holy shit, this update is literally so insane, guys. Literally, so insane. Let's move on. Village occupation buff changes. Once season 2 begins, the types of buffs you receive from occupying villages will change. Okay, interesting. Let's see how what changes that gonna be. Auguston changes. In order to improve the experience of 4 players who are not part of an alliance at the end of the season, you will now be able to achieve the season grade Enduring without being a member of an alliance. Okay? Server info. In order to make late season alliance management more convenient from season 2 onwards, information regarding other servers will be displayed when the migration preview phase begins. Wait, what? In order to make late season alliance management more convenient from season 2 onwards, information regarding other servers will be displayed when the migration preview phase begins. Okay. Maybe someone can tell me in the comments what they exactly mean with that. Does they mean like with the crowded active stages thing? Does they mean that? Or I'm not really understanding right now what they mean with that. Can someone put me maybe in the comments explaining this point what they mean with that? Improved announcements. In order to make the late season process easier to navigate, the content of each phase of the late season will be announced in advance in accordance with the timeline. Sounds good. That sounds really good. An improved alliance system. Merit rankings. In the merit ranking sections of the alliance rankings, you can now switch between overall merits and weekly merit, which will be automatically displayed in numerical order. Sounds good. Opening multiply rare alliance gifts. Thank you. Thank you really much. When opening rare alliance gifts, you can now save time by opening 10 gifts with a single tap or click. That is really good and just makes the thing faster. I don't want to open 100 chests of these rare alliance gifts which getting bite. You know, if I have 50 people buying every day the dailies, you know, the $3 pack one, there are 150 chests which I need to open every day. Bro, at some point, come on. Like, this is really annoying stuff, man, you know. I really, like, I understand that they wanted to say, yeah, that you can easier see and who bought that and all that stuff. But, I mean, bro, I think everyone is thankful for everyone who is buying shares for the Alliance, right? So, I think we don't need to see exactly who bought something. And, you know, I'm pretty sure everyone who have this mindset is thankful for all the shares which getting bought into that alliance, in my opinion. Alliance donations. In order to increase the effectiveness of your alliance donations, the benefits received for each alliance resource donation have been increased. For balance purpose, the resource donation cooldown period has also been increased. Ooh, okay. However, please note that maximum daily resource donation benefits have not changed, and you will still receive the same amount of rewards as before. Okay, interesting. More enjoyable events. New event, Behemoth Raids. You can now take part in a brand new cross-server event. Form teams with other players in the same season as you to take on mighty behemoths. Each player can deploy multiple legions. The behemoth you fight will be chosen randomly from behemoths available during your current season. Invite friends to the fight and share the spoils. Nice, sounds good. New event, Treasure Hunt. Got a nose for gold. Put your skills to the test in the new Treasure Hunt event. Piece together treasure map fragments and score the darkest corners of a realm in search of bountiful beauty. A booty? Whatever. Black Friday events. Get ready for amazing deals in our Black Friday events. Okay, I'm getting ready. Trial of Light event changes. In order to bring you a better gaming experience, certain enemies and buffs have been changed in the Trial of Light event. Okay. Titan's Legacy event improvements. The reward for maxing out your inside rune level in Titan's Legacy now includes 2 new city teams to choose from, and the difficulty of certain quests has been changed. Rewards for any quest you are currently pursuing during the current season will be changed. If you have already maxed out the inside rune or maxed it out in the previous season, you will not be able to claim this reward. If this applies to you, we will issue compensation to you after the version update. Please keep an eye out for future announcement. Okay. Celesti's Battlegrounds event changes. In order to provide greater variety and challenges, certain battleground effects have been changed in the Celestis battleground events. I think we're gonna see them when these changes, obviously, when they gonna come back. And all right, we are almost finished. 35 minutes into the recording. Amazing. Other improvements. Alliance building and relocation improvements. To improve usability when choosing a location, buildings are now fixed to the center of your screen. If you move your viewpoint, the building will also change the position. Okay. Content sharing improvement. The look and feel of content sharing has been improved. You can now also share content to your most recent chat window and to your friend list. When sharing information such as coordinates, you can also edit messages, text contents before sharing. Okay. New union chat feature. Yes. Oh my god, that is also so good. Holy shit, this update, guys, I'm telling you, is so insane. You can now chat to members of your union in a dedicated chat channel. This is so good. It's gonna make the thing so better and gonna be the communication between these two alliances which are in union so much better. So you can form up easier. You can literally form up easier for a battle, man. It's so good. It's so good, man. It's really so good. Important message reminders. You can now see reminders of important messages in the chat window, such as messages you've missed, mentions, and new messages. Now, there's no need to worry about missing important chats and messages ever again. Sounds good, man. Let's go. Building resource collection changes. When you upgrade resource production buildings in your city, the amount of resources that you can collect at once will be increased, making the resource collection process more confident and effective. Alright, sounds good. New message blocking feature. Tap the More button on a mail message for the option to block messages sent by the player who sent you the message. You can also see a list of players you've blocked on the setting page. That's good. Honorary membership page improvements? Whoa, I didn't saw that in the last time. You can now see whether your selected hero is illegal to be awakened when claiming that hero's tokens. Oh, okay. PC improvements. New shortcut mode. In the new shortcut mode, key bindings will be displayed on the bottom of the screen in order to avoid erroneous key presses. You can change back to the default mode at any time by visiting the settings page. Improve mouse scroll. Mouse scrolling in the PC version is now more fluid and responsive. That's all I got. Oh, and if you got any suggestion, I can always pass them on the merchant's guide for you all. Also, guys, make sure to send feedback, send the devs your suggestion, your opinion, because as we can see, they're listening to us. As we can see from this, so many changes are in there, which the community have wished for. That traitors getting punished for that. That the level system gonna change. PvE needs to increase. That the resets getting changed. That Alliance is not getting disbanded. Literally, only these points. Like, they listen to us. So please, guys, whenever you're gonna see that video, and by this point, please make sure to give them feedback and to tell them your opinion and suggestion. Because as we can see, they're listening to a community. And so that is really important. Because I think that is the biggest W update which we was having, because so many changes are in there which are really good. There is not much content, you know, like some new events, but in Allianz Tower. But the key is that you're listening to a community. We don't need every update to have new events, new content, new seasons, stuff like that. No, we need to see that the developers listen to a community. And if the community is agreeing on that these changes are important. So I find it then really important that the developers listen and hearing us and looking if that is also the intention from them to bring that into the game. At the end, we should not forget that it's the developer's choice what they're gonna do. It's their time, their money, or the players' money which they're putting in, right? So we need to have a balance. We need to have a balance between what developers decide and what the community wants, and that we have a balance between that, and that we basically come together and we listening to each other and understanding each other. And I think with that update, the devs has really showed that they want to listen to the community and also finding it important to listen to the community. And so I'm very happy about this update. I can't wait to see that coming online on November 15. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss out future content. I'm gonna start streaming now again and doing more content. There was a lot of stuff happening in real life, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video, an extra video about that. To give you a short version, there is now stuff happening with my apartment, because basically now the changes and we need to pack everything and stuff like that, and it's a lot of stuff. And there was also drama happening in server 69. Probably gonna make an extra video about that too. You will see that in the next days, weeks, if I'm gonna make videos about that. But I definitely gonna go back now to doing more content again. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching the video. I hope you have enjoyed that. I know it was a long video, but I find it that this update was it worth to put so much time on this video now, 41 minutes. Thanks everyone. I love you all, and we see us on the next one.